All right, brother, take two.
Hi, I'm John Ruther, owner of Northstar Motorsports in Chicago. At Northstar, we are the original racing resource where we sell performance racing and safety equipment. Today I'd like to talk to you about seats made in England by. These are terrific race seats, and they have four different models that I'd like to talk about. The first is the head restraint line. These seats are called the Sebring line. They make them in two widths. The GT version is 30 millimeters wider than the standard version. Other than that, these seats are identical. In these seats, the shell material itself is actually Kevlar. The big expense in most Kevlar seats is the time it takes to actually match the weave, since it's going to be exposed. What Cobra does is they put a skim coat of fiberglass over the Kevlar fabric and then a little clear coat on top of that, so that the material and the weave of the Kevlar isn't exposed. So they don't have to take all of that time to meticulously match the weave of the material when they build the seats. So it keeps the cost down. These seats are probably comparably be priced to, say, a fiberglass shell from other manufacturers, but yet you get the lightweight and the extra strength of a Kevlar shell. These seats have a very tall belt hole for the shoulder belts to make sure that if you're wearing a Hans device, when the belt goes up over the Hans on your shoulders, that the belt goes straight back to the harness bar where the shoulder belt would be attached. It also has a hole in the bottom cushion between the thigh cushion and the seat part of the cushion for the submarine belts. It has traditional lap belt openings in the sides. The seat inserts in this seat are removable. They're just Velcroed in, and they do make alternate thicknesses, so if you want a perfect fit, we can get you either thicker backrest cushions or bottom cushions, or even a thinner thigh cushion. So we can custom design, and those are options and are sold separately from the price of the seat. In this case, the narrow version of this seat is $1149, and the wider one, which is 30 millimeters wider, it's called the GT version of the Sebring seat, is $1199. Let me talk about traditional seats that don't have a head restraint. And I will say, if you're going to drive your car on the street to and from the racetrack, do not try to use a head restraint seat like this. They're not legal for use on the highway. You simply don't have as good a vision as you need on the highway to the side. So you would have to use a seat that is traditionally styled with the normal supports for your shoulders, but no head restraint part of the top of the seat. And in that case, if you're going to drive your car on the street, or if you want a second seat in your race car and you don't necessarily need to have a head restraint seat, you could certainly use one of these. You could match them in a pair and they'd look great in the race car. So their traditional seat, this one is called the Suzuka line, and they make, again, a narrow version and a wide version. The difference, again, 30 millimeters, so it's about 1.25 inches in width. Other than that, the two seats are virtually identical, and when I say it's 30 millimeters wider, the whole seat is 30 millimeters wider, not just the bottom portion, so you get extra, another 30 millimeters of shoulder width availability in the wider version. Again, made out of Kevlar, just like the head restraint seats. All of Cobra's seats are Kevlar material rather than fiberglass. The wide version of this Suzuka seat is $849, and the narrow version is $799. The bottoms of all of these seats are designed exactly the same. So if you sat in the head restraint version and then you want to go to the traditionally styled top on the Suzuka seat, the bottom will feel exactly the same. So that's the lowdown on the Cobra line of seats from the UK. They're terrific seats, very good quality. They are FIA approved, so they'll meet all racing sanctioning bodies' requirements. And they are installed in the car using a side mount bracket system, which allows you to raise and lower the seat in terms of how it gets installed into the car, as well as adjust the rake angle of the seat when you're in your driving position. So these are terrific seats, very well priced, and their quality is exceptional. So I would highly recommend these for consideration if you're going to put a new race seat in your car. If you'd like more information about these seats, give us a call at 1-800-356-2080 or check it out on our website at northstarmotorsports.com. When you give us a call, just tell us you want to talk about the Cobra seats, and we'll be more than happy to give you or help you in any way we can. Thanks so much for watching.